Okay, slowly, slowly, slowly. Okay. Hi, everybody. Welcome or welcome back. I feel so strange. Welcome to a new knitting episode. If you see me walking strange, is because yesterday I almost managed to break my left foot or leg. Yeah. So now I just need to be very careful because it is very painful. Welcome to a new knitting podcast episode that I didn't plan to make, but I will be home for the next 3 days, and I thought, well, why not trying to make a new podcast episode? First of all, I forgot to say my name is Maria, and I am a Romanian knitter living and knitting in Norway. I live at about 25 kilometers from Bergen. Bergen is the second large city in Norway. I am home alone. Well, not quite. I am with my dog, Toto. He is sitting on the floor. He's not happy because he is having a collar around his neck because he has some ear infection that no matter how much we treat this, just don't go. So in order for him to not scratch while I'm making this episode, yes baby, he is wearing his collar and is not happy with me. Welcome. If this is your first time here, welcome back. If you have been here before, I'm very happy to have you here. Life was chaotic in the November month. Oh my God. But I managed to do some knitting, and yeah, I thought it's a good moment to come and talk about. And first, I will start with what I am wearing because this was not, it was a work in progress. I think 2 episodes before this. But in the meantime, I changed my mind with this project and I'm happy I did. So I'm wearing a vest that I finished last week and I am in love with this. I cannot stand up, apologize, my leg is really hurting. But I will insert a picture with me wearing this, although in the picture it is not finished. I think in the picture I still had to work one opening arm, but you can have a picture of how this is looking. Okay, let's see about the pattern. So I followed a free pattern that you can find on Hobby. I will try to link it below. I don't remember exactly the name of the pattern. But yeah, it is a free pattern. And I've made some modifications. First of all, the pattern, it is made in a different stitch and texture. And it is not so cropped. Because I'm working another project and I've used this stitch pattern that I liked so much with a lot of pearls, and purling is not a problem for me, I thought it will be very nice to change the stitch pattern but to somehow keep the construction. So this is a bottom-up project. You start with the hem. In this case, it is a 2x2 ribbing hem, and then the pattern says to decrease a number of stitches, and then you start with the stitch pattern. You have some guidance, how many centimeters to work before starting the front and the back separately. And so the first modification I've made is to change the stitch pattern of this for this vest. I had less with 2 stitches than the pattern said for my size, and by the way, this is the size 2 in the pattern. Why with less 2 stitches? Because using a different stitch pattern, of course I had to have a different number of stitches. I don't know if this makes sense. So this was the first modification. Then another modification I've made, I've started to work the fronts and bind off for this part of the neckline with approximately 2 centimeters earlier than the pattern recommends, because I saw in the pictures that this was quite, it was higher on the neck, at least more than I like to have it. So that was another modification I've made. And of course, I've made it more cropped. Now, if I'm looking back, I should have cast on for the hem the number of stitches that I have on the body. This is not it's not sitting bad, but it's not quite on the body. So I think I would have preferred this hem a little bit more tied, but that's okay, it doesn't matter. Also, I picked up the number of stitches that the pattern says for the opening arms, and I think I could have picked up less than the pattern says, because it is a little bit flattering here, but it's nothing that bothers me. I will try to, I don't know if you can see, it's still, I think it looks very nice. This was a very quick project, and this is the first time ever I am knitting a vest for myself. Yeah, I don't think I have never, I don't even remember if I've made a baby vest. I don't think so. But this is my first time, and I can say that I have a new obsession. And once I will take out more projects off my whip list, I will definitely make more of this, because it's not that it's just a fast project, but it's such a practical garment to have for dresses. I think it is absolutely wonderful. And by the way, this is a dress that I got in October. There was a limited collection at Not Perfect Linen, because this is a dress from Not Perfect Linen. It's they are selling and making my favorite ever linen dress, and this is in a heavy linen, and it has some metal buttons up to here. Um, it has a very round and beautiful neckline. It is a little bit higher for me to close the first button, but I'm usually wearing like this. And it has this beautiful and cute flower prints, um, made in a collaboration with a wonderful Portuguese artist. She is a she, and I love it. And yeah, I think this vest, it is absolutely wonderful. It is such a beautiful and warm layering piece when I don't want a sweater under my winter coat, or I don't want a cardigan. I think this is absolutely phenomenal. Plus, this is 100% Norwegian wool. And I will show you the yarn. Actually, the yarn, it is a leftover from another project I've made this autumn. And I had 12, I don't know if I had 11 or 12 hanks, but I managed to make a cardigan and now a vest, and I still have 200 grams of this yarn. This is Blåne by Hillesvåg Fabrik. Ylvar Fabrik. Okay. And this is coming in 100 grams, and it has 114 meters, and it has a 14 stitches gauge on 6 millimeter needles. Now, the free pattern from Hobby, it has a suggested yarn. I think there are 2 threads that you need to hold together, and they are Hobby yarns. But I've used this, even if mine is thicker. I've used 4.5 millimeter for the hem, neckline, and arm opening, and 5 millimeter for the rest of the vest, exactly as the pattern recommends. And I'm very happy with my knitting instinct for this project, because I thought, okay, I had a number of stitches for the cardigan I've made with this yarn. I will put a picture of the cardigan. And that cardigan has a little bit of positive ease, not that much, but it still has. And I thought, okay, if I take out this number of stitches, I could probably have the right number of stitches I need for this to not be oversized. And indeed, I had for the body 180 stitches, and it worked perfect. And again, my not regret, but it's, yeah, I have a little bit of a sorry feeling I did not make this hem with less stitches than the pattern says. But by the time I started a hem, I did not plan to change the stitch pattern of the vest. Yeah, so I did not want to go back and change the number of stitches. But that's okay. I think it is okay. I think it sits very well. It is cropped, but I like it. I like the fit of it. I like the feel of it. It is very warm. I mean, my back, my front are very cozy wearing this. Yeah. And I still have one of this and almost another one. So I have almost 200 grams. And I downloaded, I think from Sunny's Garden, a free pattern for some winter mittens that using a similar yarn, but you just need to felt them on the washing machine. So I want to make a pair of mittens for me, or maybe two if I have enough yarn. I don't remember exactly how much you need, but I will check once I found the pattern in my phone. I guess in my phone. Yeah. So this is my first finished object, and I really love it. I just and it's like a new knitting world just opened for me, because now all I want to knit are vests. Yeah, but I do think they are so practical, so practical, and I definitely want to have more of this in my wardrobe, especially because I'm planning in January. I don't know if I can in December. I'm saving money to buy another 2 dresses for from Not Perfect Linen. Actually, I have here, I saved what kind of print I want for my next two. And I think I will order these two. This one, it is stripes, and this one is sand gingham medium. Yeah, and I'm planning to order also 2 long sleeves dresses, because I live in Norway and I can wear them longer than in another climate where you need much faster short sleeves. So for me, here it is more practical to have long sleeves. Yeah, but I'm still saving because I'm ordering 2 at a time, because I don't pay fees. So I'm only paying for the shipping. So that's quite nice to save money. Yeah, so this will be my next to order. And yeah, I know there are other sellers. I saw another seller that has linen dresses, but I don't remember the name. I will check after filming this, and if I remember, I will put it on the screen. But I think they are in Australia, and they are pricier, but I didn't convert the Australian dollar to Norwegian kroner. I have to see what are the differences, and I don't know how much the shipping will cost. Yeah, I think it will be, but I love it. They have a lot of tartan fabrics, linen fabrics. I love it. It's my dream, but maybe one day I will be able to save for 1, 2 dresses from them. Yeah, so this is my first finished object that brings me so much joy. My fur baby is looking at me. Ce se întâmplă, bubuța? Ce vrea băiețelul? Hai vină să stea mama gulerul jos. Hai vină să stea mama gulerul jos. Okay, you want to be free. I understand. Maybe you are hungry, maybe you are thirsty. Hai, scoate căpuțul. Hai, uita lui mama. Bravo! Bravo, iubita. No, my leg. Toto, no, my leg. Okay, sit. Okay, good boy. You are very good boy. Yes, the best boy ever. Okay, he was sad with the collar, so I took it off. Okay, let's see. My next finished project, I have another 3 finished projects. It's something you saw last time, and it's something that now I can show you that is finished. So I finished the Alvar pullover by Sari Nordland. And I really enjoy making this again, and I will put a picture with me wearing this. Although I've made like 3 extra centimeters on the body in terms of length, it's still a cropped sweater, but I wanted this way because I have never before had a sweater that I can wear with my dresses. Of course, I have a lot of sweaters, but they are long in the body and they don't sit well on top of dresses. So I thought this is a very good opportunity for me to make a more cropped sweater. It is still a little bit long because I have to wear it with the hem folded inside. But I can see, I think you can see from the picture. And I'm debating if I should go back, unravel the hem, and work some double knitted hem or maybe an I-cord, because I don't need this extra length here because it sits inside. I don't know. This is a quite heavy garment for Toto. It's a quite, it feels a little bit heavy, I guess, because it is worked with 1 strand of wool and 1 strand of alpaca, and I think alpaca is a little bit heavier. And yeah, but it was really a joy. I like the fit. This time, this is my second Alvar sweater. The first I've made was in size 5, and it had too, how do you say? It had too much positive ease that I wanted. This time, I've made size 3, and I'm very, very happy with the fit. This is how it's looking on the back. This is a top-down project. It is a drop shoulder. You begin at the back and you work the back and making increases on this side and on this side. Once you finish the back, you will pick up stitches along this line here for the fronts. Work the fronts, join the fronts, and continue until you have the length the pattern recommends to join the fronts and the back, and to continue to work the body. And last, you pick up for the sleeves and work the sleeves in the round. Now, on my first Alvar sweater, size 5, the sleeve was very wide. I think the sun came out. I don't know how the light it is here. I will try to. Is this good? Is this bad? I don't know. So on my first one, I had to unravel the sleeves and to work some decreases. I did not realize back then that I could have picked up the number of stitches from a smaller size. I don't know why I didn't realize that back then. And I thought about it, should I pick up the number of stitches for one size down for the sleeves? But I decided to not do it because I saw the number of stitches and I thought it's okay. With the texture, I will have just the perfect sleeve circumference. So I did that. Indeed, you decrease the number of stitches before starting the cuff, but the number was not that big as it was on my first one on size 5. So I really, really like this time, I really like the shape of the of the sleeve. I think it is finally symmetrical with the rest of the sweater. It has a folded uh, neckline in 1x1 ribbing. Yeah, overall, I really like the finish result. I love to wear this. It is very warm. So I had it over a short sleeve linen dress, and I could say I was quite toasty that day, especially at school, at my Norwegian classes. I really had some moments that day that I felt that I was overwarming, overheating. How do you say? Yeah, I was too warm. But it's nice when you have minus degrees and have a woolly sweater. It is very nice. The yarn, actually, I've used two yarns. I think I still have it here. I've used two yarns from Isayer, and I will try to put on the screen how much this project cost me. I had 5 skeins of Isayer tweed in the color walnut. And this is 70% wool and 30% mohair, and it's coming in 50 grams and 200 meters. And I held it together with Isayer alpaca one. So I will show you like this. I don't know if you can see. And this comes in 50 grams and 400 meters. And this was the color no, it was the color 277,651. And this one, I don't know, it's walnut K686. Yeah, I will try to link it below. I hope to remember this time because I think I still have to link everything from the previous episode. Yeah, I will also put on the screen how much this project cost me. However, my fear last time to run out of yarn happened, and I ran out. I have a label here. I ran out of yarn. I don't even, yeah, here. So working the second sleeve, I ran out of yarn here, a couple of rows before doing the hem. And I debated because I really did not want to buy another Isayer tweed because for me, it's quite expensive. And I could not buy it from the same store that had it on 25% sale. So I should had to pay the full price for the skin. What I did, I had some thin pyrgint from Sannes Garden left over that was not quite the same color, but I have it here for another project and I will show you. So I had some leftover from this color that was, yeah, as I've said, the Isayer was more in the brown side, and this one, although it has a little bit of brown, it's more in the gray side. But I thought, you know what, for a couple of centimeters, I don't think it will make such a huge difference, and it didn't. Oh, and also for the neckline, I've used Pyrgin, yeah, but I don't think you can see the difference. If you look in real life, this part here, it is a little bit more grayish, but oh, Toto, he moved my camera. But it's not a huge difference. And yeah, I'm happy I had this possibility in my stash. And this way I did not buy another new skein of yarn for just a few centimeters. Yeah, so this is Alvar pullover by Sari Nordlund in size 3, 3 millimeter needles for the body and 3 millimeter for the hem, cuffs, and neckline. I love it. I'm so happy I finished this. I really like this pattern. I really like this texture, although I am aware that on this color maybe it's not that visible than it is on a more light color, but I don't mind because you still can see there is a texture, and I do enjoy this color, and I'm happy to have it in my wardrobe and to use it because I am using it. Yeah, I think that's all I had to say. Oh, and the total weight of this sweater, it is almost 450 grams. That's why I've said that at the beginning that I feel that this is a little bit heavy considering that it is a more crop sweater, but it's not only of the alpaca, it's also because it's very dense texture, and yeah, but I don't mind. I really love it. Yeah. I hope I did not forget to say something about it, but at the same time, I feel I should not insist that much on this project because I've already talked about it in the previous episode and maybe in the previous one also. I don't remember exactly. Yeah, but if you, in case I forgot something, you can write me a comment and I will answer you. Yeah, so this was my second finished object. My third one, it is one that it was almost finished last time, and I'm so happy to show you that I finally finished and wear a lot since the last episode, my Agnete cardigan by Petite Knit. Here she is in all its glory. I love it. I am so happy I decided to make this pattern. I will put pictures with me wearing this because it's definitely one of my favorites for my knitted wardrobe, and it's definitely one I reach to it again and again because it is so practical, because it is so warm, because I love the color and I love the texture and I love the size. I love the finished garment and how it fits. I have something that I don't like, and I might change at some point, but I'm just not ready to unravel this. Yeah, I'm not ready. But I can tell you that I would have loved this cuff to be more fitted. And I was thinking to unravel this double knitted cuff that I've made and that it's not in the pattern, and then unravel also a couple of maybe like this centimeters and decrease a little bit more stitches on one row, and then make the double knitted cuff but a little bit longer. But that's something I can do anytime, and it's not a priority. It's nothing that keeps me uh, from not wearing this cardigan, so it's not affecting me in any way. I still don't have buttons just because, yeah, lately I had to buy a new pair of needles for a project I have as work in progress, and I realized I did not have that number of needles and length in my needle collection. And also I had to buy some yarn for this new project, and I thought, I spend a lot of money. This can wait. And so far, I wore worn this without buttons, and it doesn't matter. But I want to buy some metal buttons. I have plastic buttons, but I don't know why. For this project, I would love to have some buttons that are made from metal. Yeah. So this is a pattern by Petit Knit. I've made size 3, if I remember correctly. Um, it is quite cropped, I would say, cardigan. Not that cropped as I have this vest. It is a little bit longer, but it works very, very nice for dresses. And I am so proud of this project because this is made with yarn from an old Ingrid sweater that I decided to unravel and to reuse the yarn. So this is my second project where I'm using yarn from an old garment. And it's something that I really encourage you if you have garments, knitted, hand knitted garments in your wardrobe that you don't reach that often, that you think they don't work for you anymore. I encourage you to not give up on them, to rethink them, to unravel, and to choose a project that you are very interested at this moment and knit again with the yarn, because the satisfaction, it is beyond imagination. To know that you did not waste money, yarn, time, that's wonderful. Yeah, so this is Agnete cardigan. This is a all over brioche stitch on 3 millimeter needles. Of course, this is not a recommended yarn. I held together 3 strands, 2 strands of lace alpaca. It is called alpaca folgetråd, folgetråd, I think you pronounce it, I don't know, by Sandnes Garn, together with 1 strand of mohair that is called Angel Print by Permin. It is I don't know if variegated is the word, but it's a multicolored mohair that gives this color to my cardigan. And I'm so happy I have this project. I really, really enjoy wearing it. And I had so many compliments about it. Actually, in general, I receive a lot of compliments, especially from my Norwegian classes teachers. Although I'm living in a country where knitting, it is absolutely normal, nobody will see you um, as a weird person if they see you knitting. So it's absolutely normal. But it's funny how none of my teachers from school are knitting. Yeah. One of the teachers was already joking with me if to let her know when I'm deciding to not wearing them, because she's interested. Yeah. So this is my third project. I think I talk a lot last episode, so maybe I should not insist that much anymore. Um, yeah, it's not an easy project. It's not the hardest project, but it's not easy also. So as I've said last time, it's better if you decide to make this project to do it slowly, to take a break if you don't understand something, to not read further in the pattern, just lit by lit, lit by lit. How do you say in English? Oh my God. I'm having so many problems because I'm using more Norwegian now in my daily life than English, and sometimes I'm just compounding. I'm confused. Yeah. So lead by lead. I think this is the same in English. Lead or lead, lead or lead by lead. I'm sorry. Yeah, just take it by sections. Each section, don't hurry through the pattern. Don't try to understand all the pattern at once, because if you don't have that much experience, it can be hard. It can be hard even if you have experience. So, but it's a totally worth it pattern. I can assure you. It takes time. This brush stitch, it's just like many other stitches where you need to work 2 rows to see 1 row actually. But it's worth it. I can tell you. For me, it was more difficult because it was a yarn that I unraveled, so it had all that noodle looking, and at least for the sleeves, I did not like how it was looking. But I think after blocking, it looks just as nice as the body is looking. Not, I wouldn't say blocking, I will more say washing, because I don't pin my knits. I just wash them and laying them on. I have a little blanket that I'm using, not towels, and I'm laying down on the floor and just give them the shape. Usually don't pull them unless it is intended to make the body longer or the sleeves, but it's not happening very often. Yes, this was my third finished object. I love it. I love all my knits. Absolutely all my knits. And I think all are my favorites. Maybe I have a little bit of exception, but I won't talk about it today. Let's see my last finished object, which was a work in progress last time. So I finished my Rota cardigan. I will try to bottom so you can see how it looks. This is a Rota cardigan. It is a pattern by Anna, and again, I cannot pronounce the name. She is a Swedish designer, knitting designer, knitwear designer. But I will put the name on the screen. This is a very cropped cardigan. It is worked top down in raglan method. It has a lot of buttons. Mine has 10. I think in the pattern it says in between 9 and 11 or 12 buttons, depending on the size you decide to make. I've made a size 4, but I actually end up with the raglan increases in between size 3 and 4. Now I am very sorry I did not finish with size 3 with the raglan. I have mixed feelings about this garment. I have to say it did not turn out what I needed. Although it's looking very beautiful, as you can see. I will also put a picture with me wearing this. First of all, I've made a modification in terms of neckline, bottom band, hem, and cuffs. Everything is made in double knitting. Oh, I have to lift my leg. Okay. In the pattern, all of this is worked in 2x2 ribbing. Now, another modification I've made, I decreased more stitches and much faster than the pattern says. And still the sleeve is not quite what I wanted. I think it's a little bit wider here. My upper arm is not wide. I don't have a big circumference on my upper arm. So, but yeah, sleeves are customable, so it's not that big deal. Now, um, in the pattern, you are working some short rows, I think right after the neckline. I skipped that, and I've made short rows right before splitting the sleeves from the body. And as you can see, it has this beautiful, you can see that the front, it is lower than the back. However, it is not enough. I am so sorry. I don't know why I thought the yoke will be very deep. And it would have been deeper if I would have made more short rows. I've made only 5. Why? I don't understand myself. I normally, for a perfect fit, I need around 10 German short rows. So I think my mistake was not ending the raglan increases with size 3, because those extra rows I worked, it could have been short rows. So that is my mistake. I miscalculated. Um, Another mistake I've made, and I'm so sorry, but this I think I still can fix it if I will find the time, energy, and the mood. So I don't like the neckline. So I think what I should have done here is to make just an I-cord for the neckline, because it sits higher even without the neckline. So sits, now if I close this, it will sit like here, exactly like this dress. And I don't like it because I feel I cannot breathe, and I reach always the front and pull down always. This is what I'm doing when I'm working something, wearing something that sits too high on my neck. So I find myself pulling down the front always. I mean, if I'm wearing this for a couple of hours, I will probably pull this down at least 2 3 times every minute I'm wearing this. So it's very frustrating. I could fix this somehow by, so I've made the neckline before making the double knitted bottom band. So technically, if I go back and unravel the bottom band and then the neckline, I could work an I-cord instead of a neckline, and then make again the bottom bands. Also, I'm not happy with the bottom bands. I think, although it looks very lovely with so many buttons, I think, so I have 10. I think I could have been perfect with 7, maybe 8, but 10, yeah, it's yeah. And I should have picked up, I think, 2 stitches out of 3 rows. For this one, I picked up for every row 1 stitch for the bottom band. So I think, yeah, that's also bothering me. I don't know if you can see how much it rains. It's crazy, the weather today, and yesterday also, and the day before also. Anyway, yeah. So these are my thoughts about it. Otherwise, I really like this color, although I'm not a blue person, but I do love this petroleum blue, let's say. I love the fabric. This is Rauma Finul by Rauma. It's a Norwegian yarn producer. This is 100%, I think it's lamb's wool. No, it's just wool. Yeah. So this came in 50 grams and it has 175 meters. Uh, it's more like a sport weight yarn, but I've used 3 millimeter, and this is the recommended yarn in the pattern. I've used 3 millimeter needles, just like the pattern recommends. And I had to buy one more skein because I couldn't finish. And in the pattern, it says that for the size 4, the one that I've started, you need 5 skeins of yarn. So 250 grams. I guess because of all this double knitting, I needed more, and it's normal. So yeah, it's finished, but it's not quite. I mean, when I'm wearing it, I don't think you can see the fails that I talked about, but I can feel them when wearing this. So it bothers me. So I don't have the mood right now to go back, but I hope until the spring to do this, because this will be such a lovely garment to have it for the spring. And yes, and also I would have loved to make more decreases, because you have decreases on each side. I have it here. I don't know. I'm sorry, but because of my leg, I cannot stand. Yeah. I would have loved to have more of them, but I can live without. It's not a problem. It does not have negative ease like in the pictures of the pattern. It has a little bit of positive ease, but not too much. It's just comfortable to wear it. But yeah, I think the biggest problem, it's the neckline. Yeah, so this is something I have to fix, definitely, in order to wear this more, because now, yeah, it's not comfortable. uh I think that's all I had to say about it. Yeah, the raglan, as you can see, it's a little bit, yeah, it's a little bit longer than I thought it will be. I feel I'm rushing through the projects, but I've done so many long episodes, and I know that some of you like it, some of you don't like it, and it's very hard to find a way to make everybody content. It's impossible, I know, but I have to do my best. Yeah, so I have another finished object, but I will just put a picture here because I don't have it with me. I've made a muscle borrow hat for my husband, but a much shorter version, so it doesn't fold because my husband likes more unfolded. Um, and it fits very well. I don't have a picture with him wearing it, but I have a picture since I finished it. I don't even block it because he started to wear it the next day, because he realized he don't have a hat this winter. Our son managed to lose a lot of hats last winter, and we ran out of hand knit hats. And yeah, it was a fast project. It was a 2-3 days project because the winter was coming in this part of Norway. And indeed, we had a couple of days with -degrees, and it was cold, and I had to make it the hat. And my husband is very, yeah, he don't enjoy wool. So I had to use Sandnesgarn double Sunday, which is non-superwash merino. And I had to buy 3 skins, so 150 grams. I did not use everything, but yeah, I had to buy 3. So that was, let's see, like a 5th finished object that I don't have it with me. Now I will talk about 3 of my works in progress, and I don't know how to put them. My oldest one, it is Struktororama Genser or sweater, and it's a paid pattern by Klompeloppe.no. This is I think there are 2 Norwegian designers, and they are aside Sandnesgarn because Sandnesgarn has also a line of yarns that is called Klompelompe, and it is a superwash merino in a fingering version and a decay version. And they are making children and adults knitting patterns. They have so many beautiful patterns and books. And I saw this on a knitting group on Facebook, a Norwegian knitting group, and I thought that will be very nice to make it for me. And I think last time was here. So I've made from here to here. There are a lot of sections. It is you start bottom up. It has a splitted 2x2 ribbing hem, and then it has this texture with garter stitch and stitches that you pick up somehow. I think 3 or 4 rows down. You take some loops and it creates this fake cable. And then there is a section with 1x1 ribbing and some garter stitch. And then there is this beautiful, I wouldn't say mock cable, but it's similar, but it's not the same. It was my inspiration to make this vest. Yeah. It took me a little bit of while to understand the language and the instructions. It is in Norwegian, and I've tried to use Google Translate, but I did not understood nothing. So yeah, but in the end I managed. So it has this section, and then there is a bubble row. This took a lot of time. There are so many bubbles, and they are so beautiful. I love bubbles, although it takes time. But I knew I only have 1 row, so nothing to worry about. And then there is this section, like little flowers, bees, I don't know. They are looking like something. And now I'm stuck with this project because again I reach a part in the pattern where technically I should finish with the body, so I should start to work the front or the back separately. But again, there are a couple of rows in the instructions that I don't quite understand what I need to do. I need to do some decreases. But at the same time, I think I need to continue to make 1 more repeat of this pattern because I count on the pictures and I only have 4 of these diagonal repeats, and I think in the pictures are 5, but I don't know if they are for all sizes the same number of repeats because they don't say it. I mean, they don't say for size 1 do this, for size 2 do this, for size 3 do this number of repeats. So it's for every size the same number. I'm doing size 3, by the way. So yeah, I am a little bit stuck, but that's okay. I'm not planning to finish this today. So this is what I'm doing with the patterns. When I don't understand, I just leave it aside and take a break of days from this project, and then go back, and I don't know, something happens, it will make click in my mind, and I will be able to continue. Yeah. And this is a yarn that I also unravel from another project. So this will be my third garment where I am using yarn from another garment. Yeah. Um, I don't think I can say many things about it. I think this will be a little bit too fitted. And if the body finish here, yeah, I don't know if it will be cropped enough for dresses, or if not, maybe I can cut the ribbing and think about something and make it for to be wearable with dresses. I don't know. Yeah, but it's a nice project. It has a lot of texture. I think the sleeves in the pattern, at least in the pictures, they look very wide. I might make more decreases than the pattern says. I don't know, but I will give you more information once I pass this stage. Yeah, so for the moment, this has a break because I don't know how to continue on it. Yes, I have my second work in progress, which I did not show you. I think I showed in one of my previous episodes. I think I showed the yarn, but nothing about a project. Okay, if you have been here before on this channel and you saw my previous episodes, you might remember that a couple of months ago I've made a cardigan by Sadness Garn, and it's called the River Cardigan. I will put a picture of the original pattern, and I will put also a picture with me wearing that cardigan. Although since I started to work my first Riva cardigan until now, my body has changed. That cardigan still fits me very well. On my first one, I've decided to make size 2, which it was for a total circumference bust of 120 centimeters. Now my bust, it has 106. So I have approximately 14 centimeters of positive ease. But because of how the pattern is constructed, it looks good. I really think this is probably one of the best knitting patterns from Sadness Garn in terms of fit. For my first one, I've used the recommended yarn, which was thin cardigan, Norwegian wool from Sadness Garn, and thin silk mohair. Now, because I like that cardigan so much, I thought I need another one because I'm this type of knitter. If I love the finished result, definitely I will make another version because I like to repeat things that I love to wear. I feel good wearing it. Yeah, I enjoy it. And I've decided to make another one, but this time in a totally different color and in a different yarn, also from Sunny's Garden. And this time, if for my first one I've made size 2, this time I'm making size 1, which is crazy because size 1 in the pattern, in this pattern, means 2XS. I have never in my life made this size for me. And it's not that I am a 2XS in real life, it's just the way they label the sizes. Anyway, this first size in the pattern, it should have a bust finish circumference of 112 centimeters, and that will be perfect because I will still have approximately 6 centimeters of positives. Now, this time, as I've said, I want to make one a little bit cropped because I am in my cropped era. And if somebody would have told me 2 years ago that I will reach a point where I will make cropped things for dresses, I would probably said, no, you are totally wrong. I will never make this. So never say never. Yeah, I reach a point with this pattern that, of course, I am in the middle of a row. I am already joined the front and the back, and I'm working back and forth on the body. And I am right on a row where I'm cabling. So I'm sorry for you to see this like this. The yarn I am using, it is probably one of the most expensive yarn from Sunny's Garden except mohair, and it's the Sunny's Garden tweed. And this yarn, it is I'm sorry, it's 80% extra thin wool and 20% cashmere. So it comes in balls of 50 grams and it has 175 meters. So somehow it's a sport way, but in reality it's more a decay because of this cashmere. It is blooming after washing, so it has a decay gauge. Actually, yeah, the gauge is 21 stitches on needle 3.5 and 20 stitches on needle 4 millimeter. I'm using 4 millimeter for mine project. But of course, it's a different gauge because this is cable and this gauge it's for stockinette. I had 5 of these. So first I got 2 or 3. I don't remember exactly because I gave back to the store some yarn I had left over from, I think, 2 projects. And of course, they don't give you the money back. So you have to buy something. Oh, my leg is hurting. So I've decided to take this. And I thought, okay, maybe in the future I will buy a little bit more and think about something to make with this. And after a while, it just hit me. I said, okay, I need to make another Reba cardigan because I love it. I know my favorite knitwear design has a similar, at least cable looking jacket or cardigan. But to be honest, I don't like it. I truly believe, for my personal preference, this is much for me at least a better option. Yeah, so I got 3 of these And after a while, I think I got two more. So I have five in totals. Now, um, I think I am on my second ball, and uh, I hope to have enough. I don't know because this cardigan has a quite wide double knitted bottom band, which I love it. But that double bottom band, it will take a lot of yarn. In case I don't have enough, I might need to buy another one, which it's not great because this yarn, it is, I think, almost 16 euro per ball, and I got five. Of course, I buy them with 50% off always. So yeah, that's 50% off. For me, it's very important. Um, yeah, but it's not a type of yarn I can buy it for every project. Unfortunately, this is heavenly soft, and I've made Olga sweater using the same yarn in a different colors, and I love to wear it. I love how it looks after washing. It's different. It is absolutely different. Yeah, and because I'm planning to buy a dress like this, I think these two together, oh my God, I think they will look so beautiful because the stripes in these are not quite green, not blue. It's a mix. Yeah, but I think it will look very, very nice with this. So this now is a mindless project that I'm picking up from time to time and work a little bit of it. Um, if I am able to finish this until January, where I have time, because I will order my dresses. If I cannot in December, and I don't know if I can afford to buy them in December, but I will probably buy them in January, and it takes time until they will come, and I think I have time to finish my second river cropped cardigan by Garn in time for readers. That will be wonderful. And if it is not finished in time, that's no problem. No stress. Yes, I think this was my second work in progress. I have another one that I will talk about it, and I have another three that I did not touch, I think, in 2 months, so I won't talk about them. But I will talk about my next one because uh, this is somehow not a planned project, but at the same time catch my eye the moment I saw a picture. So Garn came out this year with a Christmas sweater, and it is called Julgense. Julgense. So Christmas sweater. And I don't know, I just like this pattern the moment I saw it. What I like the most, apart of the fact that it's color work and it's funny and it's, I don't know, it's Christmassy. I do love the neckline and the cuffs, sorry, and the hem. I don't know, this it's just, there is something with this sweater. Maybe because it's also a raglan sweater. I don't know. It's just, I thought, okay, I would love to have this. I'm not planning to make a Christmas sweater every year because, yeah, it's fun, but these sweaters take so much time and you wear them so little. But I would love to have a Christmas sweater to wear it whenever I feel in December, even in January, because this is nice. It's a winter sweater. I think I would love to call it my winter sweater. Yeah. So I did not have plans to buy yarn this year anymore, but I talked to my husband and I told, I never made myself a Christmas sweater, and I don't know, this sweater speaks to me. And he said, "Well, you should get it." Yeah, but I didn't want to spend money. Well, if you really like it, you cannot buy it for free. Yeah, nobody will give you the yarn for free. So go for it. And I went for it. This cost me in total with the booklet 670 kroner, I think. But again, I had 15% off in the store. Um, and I think I could have paid less if I would have had some yarn that would have matched the weight of the yarn I'm using for the pattern, but I did not. Crazy or not, I did not. Okay, so here it is, my progress. Unfortunately, I cannot show you that good because it's the project, it is on small needles, like 80 centimeter long circular needles, because you work this on 3 millimeter. And I realized with this project that I don't have 3 millimeter needles and 100 centimeters total length. I don't have it. And I've already had to buy the 16 inches 2.5 millimeter because I did not have it. I have it in a different length, but not the small one for the neckline. And boy, these needles are quite expensive. I don't know how much. I think I paid a little bit more than 10 euros for the small ones. Yeah. But this is my progress in, I think, 1 week maybe. Yeah. I'm sure it will block, although my color work is not the best, I would say. I mean, I'm not that experienced with color work, but my floats are long enough to block this beautiful. But now it's just sitting like this because the needle is too short. Yeah. And I put the body on pause because I wanted to knit the neckline, and I am probably maybe 12, 13 rows before finishing because it has a folded neckline. So I need to work in total 10 centimeters in one by one ribbing. And then I will go back because I am not far away from splitting. I just need to work one more flower motif repeat and then a few rows from another motif, and then I can split separate the sleeves from the body. This is a top-down construction and it's a raglan color work sweater. Now the beginning, it is uncomfortable because you actually work back and forth, and you work color work back and forth, and you have some rows where you work with 3 colors on a row back and forth, and at the same time as you increase for the raglan, you also long tail cast on stitches a different number on a different rows at every end of the row. And because you work with at least two colors in a row, they recommend to cast on the new stitches at the end of row with both strands of color. But that will leave you with a bulky thing that it's a little bit uncomfortable when picking up stitches for the neckline. So I guess this won't be my best. I will show you how it looks on the inside. I hope you can see. Yeah, it is. So you work in the round up to, where is it? I think up to here. No, in the round, in the back and forth, up to here. So all this part, it is made back and forth. And then you need to cast on some stitches and break the yarn and change the beginning of row in the pattern, and then work in the round. There are a lot of ends to wave in, and I'm doing this after every color work section. So this is how it's looking on the back. Just a second, because I don't want to lose my stitches. Yeah, and as you can see, I finished this section and I have to wave in ends here and here, because I waved every other end, because it will be much easier for me to do this gradually than to finish the project and then to spend hours to wave in ends. For me, it's not making sense. And I think my life will be much easier doing this gradually as I finish the color work section. Yeah. So far I'm quite happy with this project. So I'm doing size M in the pattern, and size M, it's the third size. It goes to up to 5XL, and my size, it is supposed to have a bust finish circumference of 116 centimeters, which will give me 10 centimeters of positive ease. And the biggest size goes up to 160 centimeters. Now, I'm using the recommended yarn, which is thin pear gint, and this is 100% Norwegian wool. It is the thin version of the pear gint, but they also give a different alternative, like mini alpaca from Sandnes Garn, like alpaca silke, like baby Agnete, thin line, sisu. This one is a sock yarn. Yeah, there are many suggestions, but I wanted to use the same yarn because I simply love thin pear gint. I have a project made with this that I still cannot talk about it because it was a secret test knit. Yeah, next year. Yeah, so far I enjoy the project very much. It is not something you pick up to knit and watch something. It's not working for me. But because my knitting time was quite limited, I only work on this actually lately, except today, of course, because I'm home. I have been knitting only in the morning, approximately 2 hours. But still, look how much progress I've made in a week. I think it's wonderful. Yeah, so this is what I am working. There are a lot of colors in the pattern. So I have this, I have this, and I have a light beige and the red, and the main color is this natural tweedy, and I have these two. That's all. I think I have one more color. Oh, yeah, I have also this black one. Yeah, so these are all the colors. Yeah, it's for the motif. For all the sizes you need 50 grams, and for the main color for my size they said I need 300 grams. I'm expecting some differences because sometimes there are errors in the um, quantities of yarn that Sandnes Garn says that you need. But who knows, maybe it's not the case for this one. Maybe it will be the case. I don't know. We shall see. Yeah. So this is my main project, and if I will get tired of it, I will work on my cable cardigan. But it will be nice to have this in December, right? It will be nice because it's the season. If I'm not wearing this in December, then I don't know when I can wear this. Yeah. I think I think that's all, guys. Knitting related. Yeah, I think I reach a point where I don't feel stressed about knitting, where I really enjoy the process so much. Maybe because also I have enough garments to wear, so I don't feel lax in my knitted wardrobe, so I'm okay with this. I think that's it for today. I really hope you enjoy this episode. I know it's not the maybe not the best podcast out there, but it's my space, and I'm coming here with an open heart, sharing my passion, and I hope you will enjoy it. Who knows? Let me know if you're working something new to you, something interesting to you. It will be very nice to get inspired. And I think, I hope my next episode, it will be a very special one, the last one of the year, with everything I have knit in 2024. It will be my first time doing this. And yeah, I'm excited to see what I have been knitting and what I think um, I should keep knitting, and things that I should not make anymore because I don't use them that much, or things like that. It will be interesting. Let me know if you are interested in such an episode. I enjoy so much seeing these episodes every year. Yeah, I think that's all for today. I hope you are safe. I hope you have beautiful projects on your needles. And I will see you next time. Until then, take care and happy knitting. Bye bye.